Hiya! Welcome! A couple of weeks ago, my awesome friend Abigail Barry BBW bought me a couple of packs of coffee and a bar of plain chocolate as like a little surprise act of kindness style mystery box. And since then, when I made the video unboxing those items, Abby and a few other of my subscribers said to me, you need to do a taste test, a review of that coffee. It was Marley coffee, a brand owned or licensed to, at least, Bob Marley's family. I've got two different packs. I'm ready to open one today. I think I've decided which one I'm going to try today. So, without further ado, let's just get on with this and make some coffee. So I've made the coffee and here we are. So this is my regular cup. Hopefully you can see without me sort of tilting it so much it might spill. But it's a full mug. I've not taken a sip out of this yet. I'm ready to do a genuine first time reaction as is on camera. And I've also got, you would have seen me pouring this, I've just got a little, I can't see that very well, I've got to tip this quite a lot as well. I've got a little drop of it unsweetened and black so that I can really get a proper sense of the flavours and aromas. Now, I hate unsweetened coffee and I don't particularly like black coffee either. So I'm doing this specially for all of you lot. I'm going to go into wine taster mode here.
Sometimes you just want to say, oh, sod all this wine, just give me a pint of mineral water.
I don't think wine's the elitist thing anymore. You can get good wine in Tesco's now. I'd love to make a genuinely popular wine programme.
Can I just shock you? I like wine.
And I've got the pack here. It's Marley Coffee Lively Up. This is the one I decided to try first. The other one, Misty Morning, I'm looking forward to trying that, but I only tend to have one bag open at a time, just so that it stays fresh for as long as possible. Medium dark espresso roast, so this should be quite strong. I don't know how strong I've made it. I try and make my coffee fairly strong, because I don't like weak coffee. But when it's a new brand, then I'm never sure exactly what the strength is anyway. It's a bit difficult to judge, so hopefully this will be perfect the way I've done it today. but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna have a sniff. I mean, it smells nice. I'm not getting any kind of special aromas or anything. It just smells like nice, good quality ground coffee at the moment. No, that is pretty much all I'm getting. But that's fine, you know, coffee as coffee just smells nice. So what I need to do, I'm kind of dreading this a bit because there's no sugar or milk or whitener or anything in this, but I'm going to taste this bit. It's difficult for me to judge very positively when I'm drinking black unsweetened coffee when I like mine white and sweetened. I'm just going to pour the rest of that drop into my normal mug. This will be really what I'm judging it on, but I know there'll probably be a lot of coffee aficionados watching this, and if I'd only sort of judged it by me putting some whitener and 3 sugar cubes in, it'd be like, oh, that's sacrilege, you can't judge a coffee by that. It wasn't overly unpleasant, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. There's a very slight bitterness, but just very slight, just what you'd expect from coffee really, but it was fine. I really can't articulate really until I've sort of had a few sips of my normal mug and got used to that flavour. Let's give this a go, because this is how I normally take it. It's not bad. It's not bad. Is it the best I've ever had? No, it's not. It's nice though. There's nothing wrong with it. I think with Marley coffee, I think really you're buying the brand rather than the actual product. You're buying something that's got a backstory. You know, this is something run by a member of Bob Marley's family. Of course, Bob Marley, absolutely legendary musician. So, it's not the best coffee I've ever tried. Have I made it how I would like to make it normally? More or less. I'd maybe try and get it a little bit stronger, but not too much, because once you go too strong, then it's just too bitter and it comes out like sludge a lot of the time. I've had coffee made for me before, it's been so strong, it's actually made me vomit right after drinking it, and there's been nothing wrong with it, it's just been that strong. It's brought on that reflex right away. But yeah, it's nice. I think I'd make it a little bit stronger. Normally with this, I don't know if you noticed, I put 1 spoon of Coffee Mate coffee whitener in, and normally I put 2 in. But I stirred it after 1 and it looked good enough, so I think if I put another in, it tastes too weak for me, but at the moment it tastes fine. If I was served this in a coffee shop or a restaurant or at someone's house, I would be totally fine with it, totally pleased. So it's a medium espresso roast, so would this have been better made in like an espresso style? Well, yes, judging by the writing on the pack, yes it would. But it's a medium dark, so it's not dark, it's not classed as strong coffee anyway. One thing I didn't like about this Marley coffee when I unboxed it originally was that there was no strength indicator on it, because I always go by those when I'm shopping for ground coffee. I don't tend to buy anything that's strength 3, which is generally your standard medium roast, as I usually have to use a lot to make it into a cup worth drinking, otherwise it's just too weak. I always tend to go for at least a 4, sometimes a 5, and there has been some out there. I think Taylors of Harrogate do one that's in like a black pack. That's a 6, I think. That's pretty strong, so you don't need to put a lot into your percolator. So this one, I mean, I would class this as a 3, even though if you make it how you're supposed to make an espresso, then it would probably be a decent strength. You know, it'd probably be a strongish espresso without sort of blowing your bollocks off, or tits if you're a lady. So yeah, I'm gonna have a couple more sips. I mean, this is my morning coffee time. I'm not long out the shower, as you can tell. Yes, that is a wet head, not a greasy one, tarty. But yeah, it's not blowing me away, I have to say, but it's not unpleasant. I don't know if you could tell with the filming. I'll have to see how that looks in editing later on. But the grind of the coffee beans was fairly coarse. To me, that hinted at a better quality, a more premium coffee. I bought some recently. It was a 4-pack of some Italian stuff on Amazon. And it was nice, but it was so finely ground, it was like powder, really. So it was low quality, ultimately. It was ground into just sort of like a soft powder by the end. It was fine, and it was cheap, that, as I wasn't expecting it to be absolutely amazing. I don't know the price of this Marley coffee, I've not looked it up. It's an okay cup of coffee, I've got to be honest. This is a review, a taste test. I'm not blown away by it, I've had better. A lot of the brands that I buy just from my local supermarket, I think, are as good as, if not better, and I'm guessing they're probably like half the price of this. My favourite brand to get, although I try and stick to brands that are on offer, but my favourite brand to get is Lavazza, and Lavazza do a few nice ones. They do one in like a red pack, that's like their sort of signature blend, that's really nice. They do a nice one in a gold pack, and I think they do one in a black pack that's meant to be a darker roast, and all those I can recommend, they're really good. And Lavazza isn't particularly considered a premium brand, probably compared to others it is, but certainly in Italy I think it's sort of their equivalent of Nescafe, really. But I do heartily recommend that, as that is always a lovely, full-bodied, aromatic cup of coffee. It's a decent, if unexciting, cup of filter coffee. But I like it, and thank you to Abby for sending me this, because obviously that was the impetus for me to be able to do this review in the first place. So I really appreciate that, Queen. Thank you so much again for sending me this coffee. I'm looking forward to trying the other one, Misty Morning, as well. I will let you know how that one is. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you to all of you for watching, and thank you to all of my subscribers and my patrons. I'm going to go now and finish my morning coffee. I always make myself 2 big mugs, and that sets me up for the day, or for a few hours anyway. And I do hope that all of you will join me again next time for my next taste test video. Cheers, everyone. See ya!